together.
You are separated.
Yeah.
But we're hanging out.
So, Sophie, why do you think you guys broke up? I feel like I haven't actually heard a reason.
Before we even get into why she believes they're broken up, why are you hanging out? Make that make sense. Imagine being married to somebody, but then you've now broken up, separated, not living together, barely see each other, but you're hanging out. Sophie's like the definition of somebody that knows how to string someone along. And Rob, well, he's just delusional to believe that hanging out with Sophie is going to do anything decent for their relationship. The moment that she left the house was the moment that it was over. And to be fair, the moment that she decided not to come back after several months, that was just pure confirmation over the original confirmation. But we continue.
At the end of the day, I've done everything that you've asked me to do, and then you have continually moved the goalpost. Because I am delusional, because I think she's going to come back, but she's
where
not.
you guys talk about marriage, where you guys act in your marriage, you guys aren't married.
Facts upon facts upon facts. And I have to support what Rob says here in terms of the fact that no matter what she has probably asked of him, she continues to probably move that goalpost. Because at the end of the day, you know what? Let's play. Let me not speak too soon. And
I asked her if she had, and she said she hadn't.
When I came out, it was bi. He said, have you ever been with a woman? I said, I've never dated a woman.
I worked around it.
Don't you think that's dishonest? Don't you think you're evading the question?
He's never brought up the fact that I'm bi. No, I was depressed, very depressed, because of this man. And it's like, I love him, but he really makes me feel bad about myself. I was more than emotional with girls when I was 18 years old. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not making it a big...
it's crazy though, isn't it? Yeah. Sophie's sister says that this man makes me feel bad about myself. I'm curious, did he make you feel bad about yourself before or after you married him? Because you see, she speaks about how, when it comes to intimacy, how he will ask her to dress up. And that's making herself feel bad about herself. Okay, cool. Clearly there's been a miscommunication. I'm pretty sure his statement should have been something more like, hey, babe, why don't you dress up this time? You know what I'm saying? So let's spice it up. Let's make it different. But she probably just didn't want to do that. I mean, listen, if you go back to the scene where they go to that sex store and Rob's all in to try and, you know, dress and do whatever that Sophie obviously wants him to try out. But then when it came to her turn, she didn't want to do it. And it was her turn to go to that store. And in that same episode, they even made a scene about Rob then speaking to another woman. A woman that came up to them and said, hey, do you guys want to have a three-way? And then she was like, oh, you should answer the question. It's like Sophie just loves to create problems. She just loves to complain. She loves to have an issue with something. But let's continue.
I just heard it for the first time.
That's not even the issue. He's dishonest when he for 4 years of our relationship was jacking off to other women, everyone except his fiance.
Let's talk about that. Was it dishonest when Rob was jacking off to 4 other women? Well, guess what? That happened before you married him. That happened way before you married him, but you still chose to marry him. You cannot use something of the past if you still decided to marry him. It'd be very different if he had proposed to you and you was in mixed feelings about being married to him because of what has happened in the past, but you wasn't in mixed feelings about those things when you married him. So therefore, that is legit the past. You can't keep bringing up things that happened despite the fact that you still married him in the first place. Come on now.
If he would have asked me, have you had sex? I don't care.
Not great at home.
Let me just replay that bit again where she says, I don't care. Because that was such an Angela Demon thing to say.
Other women, everyone except his fiance. He would have asked me, have you had sex? I don't care.
Not great at home for me or for Sophie. She just took the easy route, which was to go live with somebody who asked nothing of her.
The point, if you do love Sophie, why are you talking to this half-naked girl?
Told me
the strip club. If you do love something, then why are you talking to this half-naked girl? I mean, to be honest, let's be real. Their relationship has nothing to do with whether Rob loves Sophie or not. Their relationship right now is due to the fact that Sophie's never at home. Their relationship is due to the fact that they're not together to try and work on things. But let's continue.
10 times, go somebody else because I'm not going to. And she basically distanced herself from me so far that I have like almost next to nothing. But if there is that thought in the back of my mind, it's like, man, I almost feel like I'm not wrong getting the attention, but that's where it ended.
Okay, did you get her details?
No. Reality is, she said, I am not ready to come home and work our out, but I don't want to be done.
Whatever the situation is, you just lied to me. I also
Said everything, Sophie.
So when it comes to the whole detail situation, Sophie discovers that that this woman follows him on Instagram and he follows her back. It's crazy though, isn't it? How are you so annoyed about the details part? Why are you so annoyed about the Instagram? Like the matter of the fact is, this man, you left his household, You pretty much said to him that if he wants to go and sleep with someone else, he can do what the hell he wants to do. He hasn't done that. Literally, a woman entertained him. He has literally given a little bit of entertainment back, but that's about it. And entertainment didn't necessarily involve anything that was intimate, whether it was a kiss or whatnot. That didn't happen because that's something that wasn't addressed. It was a question that was asked by Emily, and it was answered with, "Listen, I went home alone." But at the end of the day, does Sophie have any right to sit there and complain about a woman following him on Instagram and him following back? Kay likes to say, yeah, but that means you still had a form of contact. You know what's so crazy though? If Sophie had never left their household, this wouldn't be happening. Simple as that. Because to be honest with you, this is one of those situations where it's a bit of a dilemma. If him having contact with another person via Instagram, if that really is some form of infidelity or not, given the fact that she has pretty much abandoned him for God knows how long, and he has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and no matter how long he waits, she still has a reason to not go home. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was in this position, if somebody else wanted to entertain me, 100% I'm taking those details, and then once my relationship is done and dusted, listen, boom, maybe I'll reach out to that person. You see what I'm saying? Depending on where I'm at that moment in time with my mental health, you know what I mean? Because boy, I tell you this now, when people try and bounce back, when people try to get a rebound after a breakup due to their own mental stability, yeah, that's never really healthy for the most part, you know what I'm saying? But either way though, I wouldn't blame Rob personally in this situation because Sophie has pretty much behaved as if their relationship does not exist. So she has to take accountability for that.
You left, you're still gone, you have no intentions of going back. Rob has made it clear he's waiting. It really is on you.
And if he then told me things like, for me to have sex with you, you need to be something else.
No.
Anyway, my mom was there for me, and Rob was stressed, and I understand, like, I want to speak, I don't want to cry.
The crocodile tears. You know, literally, this is Sophie trying to answer the question regarding Rob and herself. And she can never answer the question when it comes to her and Rob. Whenever she gets asked a question between her and Rob, she either deflects in some format, whether that's playing up with her emotions, I'm gonna cry right now, or some other BS to come out of her mouth.
Difficult to take care of an immigrant, right? It's hard. I understand he was stressed. However, I was really unhappy.
You understand how hard it is to take care of an immigrant, you understand how stressed he is, but yet you was really unhappy. That is called being selfish. That is called being borderline, even having a form of narcissism. I'm gonna tell you why. If you know that he is stressed from working hour to hour to make sure he can provide for you and him, because he knows that you cannot work at this moment in time, it is your responsibility that when he gets home, you do your best to try and release the stress from him. You know what I mean? So when he gets home, maybe have his food ready. Maybe they have the house tidy. You know what I mean? Okay. Maybe a film ready. You know, just have things ready so when he comes back, he doesn't need to think about food. He doesn't have to think about relaxing. He doesn't have to think about anything because you're making sure that you are showing him that you appreciate all the hard work he's doing whilst you cannot work. It's literally a period of when you can walk. That's it. This isn't a case of roles of, oh, you're a woman or you're a man. No, this is a case of the fact is this, right? You are the person who cannot work right now for obvious reasons. So therefore, make life easy for him rather than be thinking about how, oh, you're at home lonely, or you're at home without this, or he's coming home stressed and he's making your life harder for yourself. No, you're just not making his world into a safe haven. You're making it into a stress place. Take accountability. BS.
I was so unhappy, and I ended up moving out. He has changed, and I see that now, and that's why I'm still sorry.
She caught herself out there. He has changed, but that's why I'm still like, oh shiz, he's changed, but I'm still not letting him in. Oh shiz, he's changed, but I'm still being difficult. Oh shiz, he's changed, but I still haven't moved back home. Oh shit, he's changed, but yes, I've still broken this up. Oh damn. She caught herself out on that one, and then she starts crying again. She uses her crying all the time to deflect when she knows she's about to put herself in the deep end. You know what I'm saying? Nah. He changed and you still don't want to give him a chance. Going back to what Rob said before, no matter what he does, you're continuously moving the goalpost. She don't want him, but she doesn't want no one else to have him.
To making this relationship work?
Both bring out the worst in each other. I think Rob is an amazing person, and everyone can see that. He's a lovely guy. Like, we're not good.
Honestly, I've been willing to try as long as she was, and if she's not, then it is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Rob, man. You are one delusional, desperate brother. I don't know what you're talking about. As long as she was willing to try. Bro, when did Sophie try? That's what I want to know. As long as she was willing to try, I was willing to try. You've been trying by yourself this whole time. Where has been the try? But you know what though? I'll tell you what's happened here. He's been willing to try, so he's been trying. So what's happened is that each time he has spoken to Sophie, she has told him the things that she wants him to sort out. He has sorted them out, and then boom, bam, he's come back with, hey babe, I've sorted it out. What's next? And then she's like, oh, now this is next. When in reality, he was meant to obviously go and work on these things, and then obviously she was meant to be like, okay, I appreciate it. But at the same time though, most important thing ever, if you got an issue with something that your partner is doing, yes, you address it, but once you address it, you both work on it together. A relation does not work when one person is trying to solve something by themselves. You do it together. For example, if you say to me, hey, I don't like the way you do da da da, or I'd appreciate if you could do da 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 da, that means whenever I will do these things, you be there to say, hey, I see you trying. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Or hey, you know what? Listen, I know I said I want you to work on this better, but you know what? How about we do it together? Okay, let's do it together. It has to have a form of teamwork. That teamwork could either be the word of, it could be words of affirmation when he or she is doing whatever you've asked them, you're praising them. No. You're acknowledging them, so not praising them. That's just, yeah, you're acknowledging it. Or you're supporting in terms of you're doing it together. Either way, it's teamwork. Do you see what I'm saying? Rather than that person solves this thing all by themselves, you don't say a single word, and then all of a sudden, when they do one thing wrong, oh, I knew you was going to mess up. That's toxic energy. That's unhealthy energy. It's unnecessary energy. But let's continue.
This is who I've been to you for over a year and a half.
I can show you who you've been to me.
I was an ass 2 years ago, and that is not who I've been to.
Doesn't matter. If you killed someone a year and a half ago, you're no longer a
I didn't
murderer.
kill anyone, Sophie.
You see what I mean? He's admitting that he was an A 2 years ago. And she says, I don't care. So why have you stringed them along then? So why haven't you broken up if you don't care? Mini Angela.
The
Should.
effort is nothing. The
All right,
effort
then,
is
why do you
nada.
even keep talking
Effort
to me?
is nil.
All right, then.
Do I want to divorce right now? No. Is it a possibility after today? Yes. It's very difficult because, like, I can't see Rob.
It's very difficult because I can't see my life without Rob. You see what I mean? Doesn't want him, but doesn't want to let him go. Wow. She just had to be British, didn't she? I'll tell you what makes it worse. Not even the fact that she's British. She's a freaking Libra too. People wonder why is there even Libra women, despite being a Libra myself. I can't deal with this this level of unhingedness, level of accountability. And it's crazy because we are the balance. I mean, I take accountability all the time, but this one right here, goddamn. Yeah. It must not be her main star sign that's taken over. It must be her moon sign or something like that, or raising sign. You know what I mean? Can't be the Libra in her. But nonetheless, though, the fact is, so Rob has clearly tried to improve, or he has improved because Sophie's acknowledged the fact that he has changed. But despite the change, she still wants to be an issue. And with that being said, she needs to basically admit to herself that this relationship is now dead because of her, not because of Rob. And she needs to admit to herself that Rob needs to be let go, and that's it. If I was Rob right here, right now, to be honest with you, I could care less if she tells me that she still wants to be with me. I'm out regardless. Regardless. I ain't wasting my time with somebody who doesn't know what they want. Granted, Libras are known for being indecisive, but this isn't being decisive. This is just being something completely different. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.